So here we are on the Bowstring Bridge, apparently the last of its kind, alleged by Leicester City Council to be bordering on unsafe. Now, let's have a look at the structure. Does this look like a bridge about to fall down? I can only see very light surface rust. Structure. The main girders, as you can see, are actually in remarkably good nick. Sure, there's a bit of corrosion on the joints there, and perhaps it wouldn't be quite up to holding a train. It could easily be reinforced though, but certainly for holding a couple of 100 tons, it looks to be in really good nick. All it needs is a... well, of course I'm a complete amateur looking at this, but I would say, first impressions, this bridge is solid as you like. Steel bridge. In the bits where there's patches of rust, it's extremely thick metal. That's a good, what, inch and a half thick. And these uprights, which were alleged to be falling to pieces, I mean, look, around the bolt holes there's a little bit of corrosion there, but these are cross bracing. These aren't the major load bearing sections anyway. And okay, there's bits, but most of them are in very good condition. Looks to me like some angle grinders, a couple of weeks of guys with welding torches. You could actually probably bring it back to damn near full strength anyway. The bits that matter though, the cross girders and what looks like the top, looks to be in pretty good condition. So, according to Leicester City Council, this can't be done, what I'm about to do, which is jump up and down on the bridge like this. Irresponsible? I don't think so. And what do we know? It's not falling down. Feels pretty damn solid, though I am only 15 odd stone. But I think it's easy to see that this bridge isn't falling to bits. It's also easy to see how great it is as a cycle path, and if this was cleaned up and restored, what a great way to start a cycle route from the back of the pump and tap, coming up the stairs or the ramp there, and then perhaps have a cycle hire thing in one of the arches next to the pump and tap. Encourage families and individuals from the local area to get on their bikes and ride this trail all the way, starting with this epic gateway to the West End and Bowstring Gate, straight out of the city, all the way down to Blaby, where you can get on the back of Blaby Canal, the Grand Union, and take basically an industrial heritage route all the way out to Foxton and beyond. We could have information plaques and encourage people on these nature rides. How come this is not in the initiative of Leicester City Council? That's what I want to know. I'm slightly hot. So I started the campaign to try and save this bridge over a year ago now, and at the moment it still stands. The cost of demolishing it is probably around £500,000. The cost of restoring it, certainly to a, well, they say in order to restore it to a usable standard would cost in the region of £500,000 or £750,000, I think is the figure they banded around about. All I can say is, even if you just painted it now, yeah, it'd last another 50 years, happily usable and supporting the weight of any human traffic. If you did want to make this into a gallery come art space with a roof across the top, a roof coming over here, ends on it, glass sides, imagine what an incredible bit of industrial architecture this would be. People sat in here, you could have an art gallery, cafe, perhaps a place for bands to play. Epic showcase looking down onto the west end of Leicester. And there we've got down there where the Kennings van hire place was. In here we've got 3 large arches disused. There's currently a fence around this area. Imagine a tree-lined edge to that triangular space there. Perhaps some sort of feature. We could have markets. It would be a lovely place for people to meet, and we could have a gig venue perhaps in this arch here. 3 arches there rather. So I'm going to ride across the bridge now from the start and hopefully get an impression of how it would feel to all the cyclists that would be able to use it again if they reopened it. This is the back of the Pump and Tap pub, and the steps which lead down off the bridge, which are currently open. No one knows why. I presume the council have left them open as an experiment. It's been very unofficial, I guess. It doesn't look like vandalism. It's systematic. The bolts are taken off here, here and at the other end. So is this to encourage people to use the bridge? Or perhaps to invite, speculatively, to invite something to happen on the bridge, as it's not supposed to be a route and it's somewhat isolated at the moment. The lights aren't on and I don't know the motivation of that. Anyway, let's go across the bridge. Right. Not falling down, is it? So, what a great view. See how the arch here, architecturally, is the influence for all these new builds here. The arch of the Bowstring. And from an architectural standpoint, it could easily be argued that if you remove the curve of the bridge and the bridge, then the reference point for all these curves would be gone. Personally, I want it kept and restored.